What is up, folks? That was such an anticlimactic. Like, there's no music there. I don't even know what was going on with that. But we're welcoming in today, Bryce El Jefe, sitting in for Bill. You got the beard going?
Yeah,
That's
very weird.
that's trained just for this week, so that
Yeah.
you could be the beard.
Uh, they told me I was Apache. I didn't know what that meant. They said Apache here and Apache there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's messed up.
yeah. They were saying you were Apache, like Native American. You mean?
Yeah,
But they're making a joke because your facial hair is a little patchy.
yeah.
Yeah, you might have to clean that up.
No.
All right. Well, you do what you want, bro. It's all good. But welcome in everybody to CBC Down and Back podcast. Bill is out of town with his family. They are down in Florida for Bill's birthday, Steph's birthday combination. I think I don't even know. Somebody's birthday is going on down there. So the family's down there. Me and Derek holding down the fort. Brought in Bryce today to make some power ranks. I kind of want to see how you do with that. We're just gonna do singles. All right, top five singles. We'll see. It's not as easy as you think. You know, a lot of people criticize the power ranks, but it ain't easy. All right. Well, folks, we'll start off with the winner circle. Oh, it just pops right up like that, huh? Um, so this is if anybody takes a top three with CBC bags, they get put in the winner circle. So first one here, this is coming from California. My man Richard Graybill out there, he's killing it, man. And the people out there are killing it. This is Bobby G and J Bob. They got some names out there in California, but they're throwing the indies. They love the indies out there. It's like their favorite bag. It's gonna be the next big thing. You just wait, Bryce. It's the next big thing. Derek, why are these not changing? This is not good, Bryce. This is so not good. What up, Gavin? Where are all the cards, Derek?
BJ.
Let's see if this works.
That's weird.
Okay. I guess we'll do it like that. This is over there in Gibbyland. This is Kelsey and Kaylin, but I think this is from last week.
Looks like.
Yeah, this is last week. Man. Maybe we gotta go backwards here. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna have to. This is crazy. Derek, here we go. Where are we at here? This is the first one. This is Graybill himself throwing down a cold one here with his partner, Bobby G, which we just saw. What up, Ricky? Looks like baby goat. That's you?
Big goat.
Big goat, son. This is still not working. Derek, what did you do here? We'll figure it out. Oh, it's because this one's up. Pink. All right. I got to figure it out now. Hoppy and Kayla getting it done with the Ronins. These are the Game of Throw edition Ronins right here. I think they won twice last week with those bags. What do you think about Hop and Jan throwing CBC right now?
He should probably stick with them.
Is he trying to get on the team?
I don't know, but I suggest he keeps them bags in his hand.
Yeah. He's been throwing well. But he threw Lucky's hybrids pretty well. That's like his favorite little bag over there.
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, congratulations, Kayla and Hoppy. Here's Hoppy again and Gobin. I mean, I'm telling you, since he started throwing them, he's been winning a lot. He's also #1 monster cornhole player. Did you know that?
What do you get for #1?
You get a jersey. You get free, I think, Worlds tickets, maybe? Free trip to Worlds? I really think it's free trip to Worlds, maybe. Set of bags. There a free membership next year. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Hoppy would know. He's #1 right now, but he's tied, so I don't know what the tiebreaker is. And if it's PPR, that's not good because Hop could be fluffing his PPR now. You know, you guys better keep an eye on that over in Indiana, Kentucky. See, Hoppy and Kayla again with the Ronins. Zach here said a new car. Zach, how about this? Bink. A brand new car. This is down. Is this Graybill territory right here? No, I don't even know who this is, Bryce. But this might be New York. I think this is New York right here. But I like this guy throwing in the flannel right here. Let me see, because I do think I have this in here somewhere. Dude, I don't know if it's in this chat or that chat or in the CBC chat. This is no joke, Bryce. Okay? Dan in the flannel with
Aaron said $2,500 worth of stuff to win Monster.
yeah, but what does $2,500 worth of stuff mean? Is it like legit $2,500 worth of stuff, or is that the retail price? You know, I don't know. Congratulations, Dan and Elijah, right here, getting it done in New York. Shannon, Tier 4, Tier 5 champion.
Look at the bags, though.
Those are the special edition, the BJs. Never give up. There's quite a few of those out there, Bryce. We probably sold, I don't know, double digits of those sets, maybe not that many. I don't know. They're out there.
It's pretty good.
You don't even throw them anymore.
I don't even know if they're broken in.
We should have done that for your new set of bags we did the other day. That design.
Nice thinking.
Why didn't you? Me?
No.
You wanted the bag.
The wolf on my bags was just already on there.
Well, yeah, but I just want to set a price. Like, you don't even care.
Yeah.
You really.
Go in the hole.
Yeah, you don't care. You pick up people's bags and just throw them.
Facts.
Yeah, Aaron said, "Where's your CBC swag?"
Actually, I had a hat in the car, but where's Craig? Because I'm growing it out.
Showing the afro. There's Gray Bill. We already talked about Mr. Gray Bill here. Gray Bill getting it done, man. He's drinking the White Claw. It's a big man drinking the White Claw right there, son. I like it, though. I respect it. Jonathan Etheridge and Zach Rush. This is throwback, son. This picture easily, you could think this was in 2022. Huh.
Why you say that?
Because that's like the last time we saw these guys like really playing together a bunch. Like, I mean, Zach, how many times he played cornhole this year? Like 12 total?
If that.
But he used to run Tri-County down there. I went down there with him one time. We won.
Zach and Jonathan played Mobile.
Studs. Didn't go that well, though.
Tier 2 studs, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. This is my boy Mike Ross. Mike's always getting it done, man. He's a freaking beast. With the Ronins. The Zach Kier design, we'll call that. Zach will appreciate that. This is Graybill territory. This is good. I got this. I got this on lock, folks. Sometimes. All right, Graybill. This is Bagger Bill and Don L. You need a cool name like Bagger Bryce.
Bryce too chubby. That's my Instagram name.
Bryce, check your snap.
Let's see.
Are you checking it? What's he saying?
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
Hefty Lefty, son Patrick Landrum getting it done. Hoppy, I just highlighted, I talked so good about you. Bryce was kind of talking crap a little bit, but you missed it. Hefty Lefty, getting it done. Come on, son. This is Gibby Gorilla Boards territory right here. My man, Brian Gibson, he's got people, he told me that he shames people if they don't throw CBC. I was like, hey, Draco, that's not exactly the approach we're looking for, but I do appreciate it, you know? I don't know who this is right here. Gibby didn't send it to me, but we appreciate it. Oh, that's Rob Payne on the right. I can tell by the bags and this goatee he's got going on right here. I can tell. Congratulations. This is back to Graybill territory. I'm telling you, these people are winning all over the place. You put bags in their hands, they freaking win.
I've seen like 5 pictures of the envies. I might have to try.
This is Bagger Bill and Toss'em Todd. Toss'em.
Nice.
You like that? Toss'em Possum, son. Getting it done. Congratulations, boys. Dan and freaking Dylan getting it done. Dylan, he'd be making the podium a lot.
You just call him Dan?
I did call him Dan. It's Doug.
Doug.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Dan Leggett for some reason, and this is Doug Langston. It's pretty dang close. These people run together, man. I'm telling you. Molly! That's my girl right there. Molly. She said her partner was a shooter, too. She's throwing the Phoenixes right there. Check her Phoenixes. They look clean.
They look fast.
They're not that. They're getting slower. I've thrown them before in co-ed. I zooted some off the back, though. I really did. Nate. What up, Nate? I wonder if me and Bill's picture's in here. Graybill getting it done again. Graybill, you're about streamed out, bro.
Who is Derek McKnight? How old is bro? I'm 17, man.
17. Bryce is getting old. Bickford. What's this guy's name? Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden Bauer.
Aiden Bauer. He throws good, dude. If he gets on a heater, he's scary.
Yeah,
he'll run some bags on you. Yeah, he'll run some bags on you real quick. Next. This is Gibby Land here, too. This is Sean Kane on the right here. Big guy on the left. These guys love cutoffs, dude. This is team cutoff right here. Sun's out, guns out. You believe in that?
No, I remember when you and Tori did that though.
Uh-oh. Greenbrier?
Yeah, how long ago was that? That was a while.
Dude, me and Tori ran. We were the Greenbrier killers, dude. We used to beat you and your mom easy down there.
Yeah. All right, next picture.
Oh, this is great build. Oh, we went over this one in the beginning. I forgot who it was though. It's Bobby G and J Bob.
So we're back on track.
Yeah. And then the last one.
Hey.
What do you think about that?
I don't like the number 3, but it'll work. What? How'd you get to what? How was my head bouncing, dude?
That's Derek, man. Derek does crazy things. All right, folks. That's the CBC winner circle right there. Appreciate y'all. Next, we'll do the point chart. We'll recap Branson, and then we'll get into some power rankings, son.
Bryce put some bees in my hand.
Yeah, Chad's been throwing them.
I don't like
for a long time. Chad's like the OG.
I tried Shannon Roberts' head.
Yeah.
And things are off the back.
Well, you gotta work with them, man.
Look at Zach Dawson. You know what that means?
What?
Hey, big X the plug, dude.
Just because somebody says
No.
hey, it's a Big X?
No. He knows about it. Watch.
I know Big X.
No, you don't.
I
put
listen
you
to
on
Big
the
X.
Big X.
I put you on Big
No,
X.
You put me
The
on to
biggest, the largest. Yeah, and that's like the main song.
No, Texas is the main song.
Texas probably is.
Yeah.
Texas, the song Texas by Big X the Plug makes me want to be from Texas. It does. It gets me fired up. It makes you feel like you're part of it. But I'm like, dude, I'm not even from Texas.
Listen to Levels next.
All right. CBC Family Picks. This is our last one of the season until Worlds. We're not making picks. We're just recapping Branson. So every week there's a major. We make picks for each division, and then we get points added up based off this point chart right here. First place 10 points, second place 9 points, third place 8 points, seventh place or fourth place 7 points, fifth place 5 points, seventh place 3 points, ninth place 1 point. After that, you get 0 points. Got to take a top 10 if you want anything here. No participation trophies. So let's go. All right, Pink. So we don't even have it filled in yet because I was slacking today. I was kind of in a rush today, but that's all right. Kim Jackson. I think she took second place. Is that correct? Second place, Miss Kennedy. Oh, this keyboard Bill got stinks.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have the number pad. I like the number pad. That's crazy. All right. Kim takes second. Kennedy Meineke was your champion. And Jordan Kirk, Bill's out on a limb pick. 17th. Bill, this was not good. Hey, Jordan, you just blame Bill for this 100%. If Bill picks you and you do bad, it's Bill's fault. Is that right?
Yeah.
Seniors, I think we did pretty good here. I think Mick won. Yeah, Mick won. And Scott Beck took second, which I wanted to pick, and Bill wouldn't let me. Gary Rory takes third, so pretty respectable there. Moving to juniors. First place, Spencer Garner. Second place, Bryce Hefe. I don't even think Spencer was signed up, which he does that kind of often, though, right? Like, he doesn't...
And then Riley didn't even play.
Oh, man. Well, that means Bill will get... So Carson took third. Bill will get fourth place points for that. But yeah, Spencer's kind of known for not signing up in juniors until the day of, right? He does it often, because I remember, like, last season it was happening a lot. Or maybe it was earlier this season. I just remember, like, he was just showing up, you know? And it's like, oh, okay. And part of that, I think, is because Whitney does the bracket, so it's like, it's not really, he's not stressing, right? Like, mom's got my back. Like, no big deal. Which, whatever, dude. If you don't want to be put in there early, I don't know if it's like a psych out or not, though. It's like, oh, look at me, surprise. Does it surprise you if somebody like pops in there late?
Nah.
Have you ever thought about it? Like, I'm gonna wait until Friday morning to sign up for juniors. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Nah, you all gotta be beat.
Yeah.
Win,
it doesn't matter, right? Yeah. That's kind of how I think about it.
Stephanie said, "Are you nervous?" No, I'm never nervous. I just don't know what to say.
Bryce ain't nervous. Yeah, he's not a podcaster yet. Working on it, huh, Bryce?
Yeah, I just be running out of words.
All right. So Lisa Hill and Brandon Lacewell take 5th. Uncharacteristic for them. They're maxed out. They're beasts. Lisa and Brandon. Studs.
4 in a row.
Dustin, Arant, and Taylor Owens get it. That's their 3rd co-ed championship this year? At least 2.
I want to say 2nd.
It's at least 2. But, I mean, they're beasts, too. Ashley and Craig take 2nd. Russell and Martina take 3rd. Doug Parker and Lisa Barber take 4th, which Doug and Lisa are one of my favorite co-ed teams ever. They just are. Karsten and Kim take 9th, which the last one they played in, they won. All right, that's that. Doubles, we both kind of took some out on Olympics here. What'd you say, Bryce?
I like both teams. I don't know if I'd say out on a limb, but I don't know which team I would see finishing higher though.
Yeah, I think did Trey and Darren make the top 8? Yeah, they took 7th overall. But they gave you guys, there's something we can talk about this too. They split the doubles bracket, but you didn't get split bracket points. Got single bracket points. But that was announced at the major, right?
Yeah.
That's what I heard on Facebook. I saw that on Facebook. They said, hey, we're going to split the bracket for time, but you're only going to get single bracket points. Right?
I didn't hear none of that. I just only knew when Russell told me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, 7th for Trey and Darren then. Who else is in here? What up, Mike P? What up, Steph? What up, Graybill? Dustin says the 2nd. Okay. What up, Molly? What's going on, lady? All right. Where did Brantley and Riley finish? I like that team, though. They got a lot of energy.
Yeah. I mean, I think both teams are pretty even.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Just depends on who plays well that day, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Didn't see them in A. I'm going to have to give them split bracket points here, though, because...
See, Zach,
because they took 9.
Nothing over that PA. It sounded terrible.
Oh. Because they took 9th in bracket, and I'm getting a 7th for Trey and Darren when they took 7th overall. No, they're going to get a 4th. We'll do, 4th is clean. All right, singles, neither one of our picks won. Nobody's maxed out for singles officially besides Isaac Hurt. He's the man. He's number 1. How long has it been since there's only been one person to max out, I wonder? Because all the seasons I've been in, there's been like 3, 4, 5 people maxing out.
Probably season 15.
You remember? Is that this? What season is that? I wasn't around for that. Fergie won 16.
Yeah. So and then I just want to say it's 15.
You're just straight guessing.
I think it is 15.
Okay. Or if nobody maxed it, because then that would mean that whoever's number 1 is number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Drew does take a 3rd overall, which is 2nd place points for split bracket. I think Dustin takes a 5th overall, which is 3rd place points split bracket. So respectable finishes for those guys. Sebastian, I mean, we'll probably talk about him in the power rankings. Let's just wait till we get to the power rankings because Sebastian won again. He didn't lose again. Sebastian's like that. Riley takes 2nd. I think that's Riley's best finish of the year, is 2nd overall. And when Riley wants to play well, he's very good. Very good.
Yeah. Caleb
was the only one last year. Really?
I have no idea.
Dang. Maybe I'm just thinking of that year when there was like Caleb, who was it? It was Caleb, Bearpaw, Austin,
Drew,
Jeremiah. Yeah, there was a ton of people. So maybe I'm just thinking about that season. You might be right, Kim. And Caleb won like 7 last year. It was crazy. All right. Gary Rorig was Bill's passion pick.
Yeah.
Mine was Gavin Kirk. Gavin took 5th.
Caleb was the only one.
Okay. Well, now you know. 2 years in a row. What up, Billy Bob? Bill's in the chat.
William.
Look at him. Yo.
Zach,
my God.
Said talk to him.
All right. Gary Rorig. I don't know where Gary finished. After this, we'll get into the power ranks. All right. Rorig.
That's a good question.
What's the question?
Stephanie said, when's the last time Sebastian lost?
I don't know. Go look at Scorholio and
Yeah,
see if he's
I'm
good.
gonna figure
But the
it out.
problem with that is if he lost like a game in a blind draw, you know, like you got to find the singles matches because
Yeah.
I don't care about what he like if he lost in a blind draw. He hasn't lost in the last 3 majors he's played in. That's for sure. Is he on a streak or no?
Uh, no, he's on a -2.
Yeah, he got double dips, huh? Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, but if it's or he went 0-2. Like I said, if it's a blind draw, it's not a big deal. Bill, I'm not seeing Gary Orrig. Like, okay, here he is, 49.
Sebastian hasn't lost a singles game since May 24th, is what it looks like.
Who did he lose to then?
He didn't lose to anybody. He's saying his first singles from a major is
That's his first singles win.
yeah, and then it keeps going. He hasn't lost since.
Oh, okay. So his last loss, that's doubles though, huh?
Yeah, so then start.
Yeah.
Right, unless there's deeper. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, what major was that? Sebastian is mid. What up, Tim? Turtle in the house. What's up, brother? Been praying for you, dog. All right, let's
No, I was lying.
What do you got?
It's like May 10th. That's Chicago. I forgot he won that one.
He won Chicago, then
No,
Dallas. No.
Margaritaville, and then Branson.
No.
Yeah.
I thought I went Dallas, Margaritaville.
No. He would have had 4 then. He only has 3.
Yeah. He won Chicago for sure?
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's cool. All right. So Sebastian's on a heater. Lost to Parker in Mobile. That was my last one. Crazy. That's like the beginning of May.
Yeah.
May 3rd.
Yeah.
That's May 3rd. Sebastian hasn't lost in over a month. A singles game. What up, Curtis? All right, let's move into power rankings and let's see what we got. All right, here we go. So Bryce will fill in for the beard here, okay? But we will start at the bottom. Do you want to start at the bottom or the top?
The bottom.
You think the bottom's easier?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the bottom's way harder. All right.
Let me look at my list.
Okay. So, number 5. So, yeah, I do want to look at the rankings too while we're in here, just to see. And I think that we want to picture this like Worlds is tomorrow. That's kind of what we're thinking here, okay, Bryce? Just so we're on the same page. If Worlds was tomorrow, every player showed up. Who is your top 5? All right, I'm going to start out number 5. I'm going to put in Caleb Hurt. And I know Bill will scold me for this if he was here, because I am going to base a little bit off of how people have done at Worlds in the past, because I think that matters. I think that do you think the Worlds tournament has added pressure?
Yeah.
Is there something different there?
Yeah, because everything's on the line.
Right. It's the last one. Like, you could be the king of cornhole.
And I feel like when people try their hardest to win, it doesn't, it hurts them.
Some of them.
It's just
like some people we've seen rise to it, right? Like, I mean, Isaac goes second and then first. Yeah. I mean, so, and the year before that, I think he was maybe he was in the top 4 the year before that, but he's always up there. Some people love it, you know? All right, Bryce, who is your number 5 power ranked singles player?
Probably, if you say going into Worlds right now,
Yeah.
probably Douglas Parker.
Doug Parker. See, that was somebody who was on my list that I caught hate for, because people were like, oh, he's not ranked that high. He only won 1 major, blah, blah, blah. But Dougie, dude, he's a guy that shows up. Yeah. You know, I like Douglas a lot. Like I said, he was my number 5 last time we did power rankings. All right, number 4. I'm gonna have to put. I'm really torn between two players here. Um, I'm gonna go with Drew.
Dang.
Let me think for a second.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah, I'm going with Drew right here. And Drew's been super consistent. I don't think I've seen him have a huge Worlds finish yet. But that's what I'm going with. Zach's already mad. Power rankings based off a year ago.
Zach's buns. Dude, his water went in. His bag fell in the water earlier.
I saw that.
Duty boy. Hey, what am I gonna pick?
Bryce, you already struggling?
Yeah.
I told you this.
Probably, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go Scotty.
I like Scotty. Your list is looking a lot like it could also be my list. Like mine could literally look the same. All right, Scotty. Yeah, Scotty's been super solid. He's beat a lot of the people that play really well. So I mean, Scotty's a dog, and he's kind of somebody that shows up, like when the limelight is hot, and he's actually going to be my number 3 pick. I'm going in hot with Scotty. Think Scotty Ball number 3. Gosh, only having 2 slots now. It's crazy.
Tell me that I got 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Caleb.
You like Caleb in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm telling you, like, and this is something like I know that people like Zach's hating on it right now, and Bill would hate on this too.
Yeah.
But if I had to make power rankings or make a betting system for Worlds tomorrow, if you don't, Caleb has been there. I think 5 out of the last 6 years he's been in the top 4. Something crazy like that. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 6. Some crazy number. He's finished in the top 4 every single year. And so it's like, it's very tough to not have him in your top 5. If you're talking about we're going into the Worlds tournament. All right. My number 2, and this is just, and this is probably, I guess, going to catch hate. No, probably not. But I'm going with Sebastian at 2. And I think that there's a good argument for him to be 1, but I kind of want to see where you're at with this. I mean, you just have to choose. I mean, there's 2 players, right? And like it's kind of obvious who the top 2 are.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's your argument for one being where and the other one being no?
I'm putting Isaac too.
Okay.
Because he's brand new bags.
Yeah, I think that's
He's got 1 or 2 majors on him. He can practice, of course, but not playing against yourself with new bags, I don't know.
I wouldn't say that we've seen Isaac struggle with his new bags, but in Clarksville he dominated with the Gusto. I mean, he did lose a match early, but after that it was all gas. And he hasn't had a win with the Big D bags yet, right? Is that true? He didn't win singles.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, both times I think he made top 8
Mm-hmm.
in the 2 majors he's gone in and played with them. I mean, he's playing great, right? He lost to Sebastian throwing like a 10-9 or something, right? I mean, I think it was like an 11-1. I don't know. All right, so where am I at? Is this mine? Yeah. Isaac Hurt. And then you're gonna take Sebastian, number 1. Okay, makes sense. Oh, I like it, and I think Sebastian. I think. Whoa, I don't know what I did there. Whatever. He's standing out by himself. But I think that coming in today, I probably would have put Seabass number 1 too. But then I just thought about it a lot, and with Isaac's Worlds presence, with how much Isaac loves to play at Worlds and coming in as the reigning champion, I just think it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
I wanted to put Dustin number 4, but I think coming into Worlds, just Scotty. I don't know. I feel like he puts.
So my arguments to not have Dustin, I don't think I have to argue for Isaac or Sebastian. I think everybody kind of agrees with that, right? But I guess my questionable picks would be from 3 down to not have Dustin in. I think that Scotty beat Dustin the last time they played, right? Has beat him more times out of the last 5 or 7 times they played. And then Drew just finished better than him in the last major.
Yeah.
Caleb is in my list because we're using the power ranks based on Worlds happening. Yeah. And I would feel worse leaving Caleb off than I would Dustin. Although I would love to see Dustin win. I love Dustin. Like, I've known Dustin for 3-4 years. I've watched him go from not being a pro to being literally one of the best players in the world. You know, I would love to see Dustin win. I really would. That's my justification. Bryce, I guess your only argument that would be different would be why is Douglas ahead of Dustin? Why do you think Douglas can be ranked ahead of Dustin?
This
is what makes it tough.
Hasn't Douglas made it the last 2 years in the final 8 at Worlds?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to look. Dustin finished 9th last year. I do know that. He finished 9th in singles last year at Worlds. Scotty also finished 9th at Worlds last year.
I don't know. Douglas just has a unique game plan. Like, I don't know. I have no explanation.
Yeah, and you don't have to. Like, this is all just like in our own opinions, right? And anybody can form their own lists. And I think that any list that leaves off any of these players, it's like, oh, how did you miss this guy? Like, there's just not enough space. Like, this would be a lot easier if we had 10 spots. Like, you'd be able to fit all the people in. But then there'd be arguments for like, oh, this guy should be up in 7 or 8 or 9. It's really, really tough. Yeah, even Dustin saying Doug is a dog under pressure. Yeah, and he's one of those guys. You know, I also, a big name, I don't know how well he's playing, but if Tyler Goodwin plays at Worlds, like, Amish, when he's under pressure, he's played really well. I don't know if he's going to be comfortable enough to play, but you give that guy a couple months.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that guy can throw, right? Like, that's not even arguing that. So with him being back, like, he adds something in here. You've got people like Josh Holland could make a run. I don't know why you don't like it.
He better throw a slick shot. I'm just saying.
Nate coming back, right? Nate's always a dog.
Yeah.
Zach Dawson in the chat. Zach Keir in the chat. Braden Easterling.
I was gonna say Nate for 5, but he had a baby. I ain't seen him play much.
Yeah.
So I know he practices, but I don't know how well he's gonna do against people with not playing in so long.
Yeah, Chris Day too, right? Chris is on a heater too. Like, I mean, it's hard to. If Chris would have placed like top 3 in Branson, I think that he might have made one of these lists. It's hard to put him in there, but I do think that he definitely could make the list as well. Just scrolling some names. When Sammy's throwing good, he's very, very good. And then you have Gavin Lesh is another person that's like in the conversation. Gavin is an animal.
How could Tyler be in a top 5 of power rankings with the laughing good?
I didn't say he could be, right? I said I think, right, that I said that if Tyler plays a lot, I wouldn't be surprised to see him like make a run at Worlds because he's good under pressure. Like the Gary Bear Paul match, it's like one of those legendary matches, 42 rounds, a 10-9-2 to like a 10-9-8 or something like that, something crazy. And he just like Tyler just is one of those people that stays composed throughout those matches, and he's a beast, dude. When he's throwing a lot. Gavin said I was good. I done fell off. Yeah, right, Gavin.
Lonnie, Chris, Parker, Kim, Gavin.
I don't know what's Zach and Oh, okay. Patrick Barger is why he said that. Okay. I get it, because Patrick said I was literally about to say Tyler Goodwin. I mean, Amish is really good. Like I said, if he's not throwing good right now, if Amish is somebody that if he wants to throw good and play a lot, he will, and he'll be good. if he's like wanting to do other stuff with his life and not like do this, then he's gonna chill out and he's gonna play well, but he's not gonna be, top of the line guy.
Yeah.
Who do you think that, Bryce, if you were to pick somebody that's like a true dark horse, like I mean like deep in the ranks, people don't really know him very well, they haven't played a lot, and you can look a little bit because I'm gonna look a little bit too, and just like who do you think it could be if you were to pick somebody like just kind of out of nowhere, out of left field pick if they were showing up at Worlds to play, could legit win the King of Cornhole? This is tough. And the chat too. Like I wouldn't mind the chat. Like what do you guys think? How can you not have Grant Upchurch? Honestly, Kim, that's like somebody. You're right. And not having Grant in here, I just still like I look at my list. I look at Bryce's list. I don't know where I fit him in. And part of that problem, to be honest with you, is that I haven't seen Grant play personally. And a lot of this list kind of relies on what I see a lot personally, which kind of stinks. But it's just kind of that way. So I think that Grant could make a top 5 list if you think you can. I don't know who you leave off. Yeah, Grant Upchurch. Mark says, why not Bryce? See Bryce? Micah Johnson, Lonnie Campos, Zach Dawson saying King of Cornhole is his. Keaton saying Trey Madding.
If he plays weak.
Yeah, Dustin said just need to do a top 10. Honestly, Dustin, I think that if I can talk Bill into it, we will do a top 10 before Worlds. We won't do a top 10 for doubles because doubles is a little crazy. But I think we will try to do a top 10 singles power ranks before Worlds. That's something we can work on. What do you think about it? You like that?
Yeah.
The only problem with the top 10, or even if you get into a top 20, is more people feel snubbed if you leave them off the list. Because there's like more space for people to get in. So it's like, oh, you didn't put me in my top 5. Like, okay, it's okay if I'm not top 5. Oh, now I'm not top 10. Now I'm not top 20. Like, oh, you think I suck. And like, that's kind of a little bit of a slippery slope with the top 5, top 10.
I don't.
John said that he's not going to. Grant Upchurch isn't going to be there. So that wouldn't be a pick. So people I'm thinking, like, who I'm really thinking about here is Caleb Rogers.
Yeah.
I think, dude, when Caleb's playing good and when he's like that focused Caleb, like, dude, he is a monster. A monster. Yeah, I'm thinking Caleb Rogers, and then I had one more, Jordan Langworthy. Like, those are some people that I think people kind of overlook, but are straight animals. Who are you thinking? You don't even have one?
Don't.
Bryce is killing me.
I'm looking down this list, and I'm just like...
We're not going to do doubles tonight. No, Zach. Doubles takes too long. Like, it's so tough to look at doubles. Me and Bill will do it. I promise you that. We're just not going to do it tonight. Tammy says, don't forget about Fergie. Honestly, Tammy, I bet you that if I gave Fergie the option to win King of Cornhole right now, he would say no. Like, honestly. Like, Fergie told me after he won, like, a season and a half afterwards, he's like, dude, I've done it all. I won King of Cornhole. Like, I'm here to have a good time. And legitimately, Fergie has a good time.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's there for. I don't think Fergie is looking to win King of Cornhole. Does that mean that he can't? No. Dark Horse's Braden Easterling is like, no.
I'll probably say Zach here.
You like Zach here?
He snaps me all the time.
I like that.
He practices.
He does.
This and that. And like,
if Zach won King of Cornhole, I'd be ecstatic.
It's got to pay off sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. David's picking Dustin Aran or Nate Stevens for King of Cornhole. Dark Horse can't be Braden Easterling. He's ranked like 12. He's won a major. He's won a pro. Like he took third last year. Like, honestly, like, Daryl Macon is somebody that could come surprise us again. Last year, like, a 4th place was crazy, The year before that, what was that kid's name? Dakota Payne.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I don't know where he went.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't. Kanan Culberson could be a big surprise at Worlds. Like he's a monster too when he's throwing really good. So there's a lot of people that you can look at. Like I said, we'll look at doing a top 10, but doubles is probably gonna stay at 5. I think Kelsey. I like the Kelsey pick. Yeah, I would love for a woman to win it. Kelsey, Maggie, Kim, Kennedy, Josephina. I know I'm leaving somebody like some of the great women off. Your mom when she's throwing great's a freaking animal. There's a lot. Who's the player right now, Bryce, that isn't in pro status that you think is definitely gonna make it at Worlds?
Probably Jax.
Jackson Lamountain, yeah.
I was gonna say Mario, but I forgot. He went up 700 spots.
From last year.
Oh.
Yeah, from whatever his rank was last season. Yeah. Which means he probably didn't play a lot. But yeah, he did. He did go up 700.
Jax though. He barely missed a cut.
Yeah, that's
He's
tough.
pretty solid.
That's tough. Jax is really solid. Because from what we know, is it still top 64, right? Russell Tabers just put his list in here. Dustin, Doug, Scotty, Johnny, Bryce.
Hey.
Johnny Thomas?
Yeah.
Johnny Thomas, dark horse, I'd say. When he's throwing really well, if Johnny's airmail's on, like, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Johnny's he's got some crafty bags too, right? Where they'll, like, hit and, like, get around, like, really weird. But he does that. Daryl Macon, too. Like, he does that little, like slip around bag. You know, they don't ring all the way around the dang hole. It's crazy. I would love to see Jax make pro. I think he deserves it. He's right there, like 2 points away, right? It's really, really tough. I'm trying to think of who else is down in that list. You have people like if DJ Long shows up, you know, is last year he made it. Bob Vonch, right? Like I'm just looking at this list. Your mom, Bob Heil is not a pro right now.
Bob Vonch didn't make pro?
No, TJ Miller didn't make pro.
Jeez.
You know, and this is just like how many majors did TJ go to? Only 6. Like that's low for TJ. I mean, and only 13 regionals. So some people just didn't take it like super serious, and they'll probably make it at Worlds. John, yeah, the Texas players that are going for sure. Kevin Mesa, Terry Sweeney, Drew Dixon.
I was gonna say Kevin, but he said something about the TCL. If you make pro, then you can't play in a certain thing. So
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, he said it'd be like, I don't know. Maybe John will comment something about it.
Stephanie said Parker's been picking his walkout song. Bryce, do you have a walkout? If you make the top 4, because for you guys that don't know, if you make the top 4, it's like a whole separate event later on Saturday, and each player will come out with like a walkout song. Last year, Isaac had like the security guards escort him out. It was a whole thing. Do you have a walkout song picked out?
Probably. What we was just talking about. The largest.
The largest? That's dude, you got to go with Sandman now.
That'll be in my headphones. But
okay.
The walkout song is the largest.
You want the walkout song to be like kind of hard, kind of fancy, but in the headphones you have like the song to focus you.
Safe to say I'm the biggest.
Are you still rocking Enter Sandman in the headphones all the time?
I haven't put headphones in since like Toledo.
Do you think you need to get back to that or what?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go buy some new ones.
Some new
smaller
headphones?
Ones, yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you the ones I got. They're nice. They're like little Beats plugs. They're good. I use them to run and stuff.
I'm just gonna get the Apple AirPods.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, they're nice.
I was gonna hook you up. Isaac definitely had the best walkout ever. Yeah, Isaac's walkout was pretty epic last year. Got to look for Chris Day to win singles. Yeah, I agree completely. Chris Day is a monster. All right, folks, let's switch over real quick just to the Family Feud little segment, and we can continue to discuss this stuff. I'm just gonna switch the page over, but this is our top 5 on the spot, top 5 power rankings. It's not easy, right? My man Tori, that's my guy.
Night.
That's my guy right there. And then we'll discuss some things on the Family Feud real quick. Oh, it didn't even do the thing.
What?
You know, it does like the little bobblehead thing. You've watched the show. Have you not watched the show? I'm talking about when it goes, it does something crazy. People know. Well, we're here on the Family Feud page. Right now we're just kind of discussing like who is in it for Worlds. We're in that point. The season's over. The 40, how many majors is it? 42 majors or something like that in a season have been completed. The bag partners have seen the schedule for next year somewhat. I don't know if everybody's seen that. There's no hard dates on it, but a lot of dates on there. A lot of months at least. New places. Clarksville's got a new. Yeah, stop playing with that. What is wrong with you?
It's nice.
It's not nice. Craig did the Stone Cold walkout. That's not surprising.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. I love that Craig won. I'd like to see Craig. Do you think Craig makes a run? Because he's been traveling a lot, right? So this kind of gives him an opportunity to kind of chill out, right? Like get back into life if he wants to practice a little more and like maybe because right now cornhole's a little bit of a job for Craig, right? Like he's helping the ACO set up some stuff and tear down and like that kind of thing. And I think that makes it hard to play well. You know, Russell does it too, right? And like I'm sure Russell can attest to this. Anybody who's a tournament director knows how hard it is to set up or run a tournament and break down while you're also trying to play at a high level. Like it's rough.
I'd probably put Craig like top 13 in his bracket.
You think he makes the top 32? Because they separate in like that top 32 bracket. You know what I'm talking about, the money bracket?
Yeah. I think that's the final 8 people from each bracket if there's 4.
Yeah, you're right.
So I put him in the top 13 of his bracket. So
okay,
like,
so top 64.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the cutoff to make pro at Worlds, as I know it. Yeah. Well, I mean, when Craig's good, I just haven't seen him throw super well yet this year. I know he won Lubbock. You were there, so obviously he threw good, you know, and he's done some good things. I'd like to see that Craig hammer in air mounts again. Like there was a time when Craig and Tyler were playing, and like, dude, Craig was scary on the boards. Like you just knew when he was locked in too. Like he wasn't really joking as much as he does now, right? Like he'll get a little fired up, but he had this. Like, he would just walk in, dude, just pure goatee, you know, clean cut hair. That was a different Craig.
I like him, like you said, to shoot the airmail more. Because the roll, I think, like, he can use it, but use it like a reasonable time. Like, every time someone puts a block and you lay behind it, it's always open. And the way his airmail used to be, I'd rather him shoot it. And he got to roll every bag. Though.
Yeah, and he doesn't have like a traditional roll either, right? And I think it might have messed with his regular bag a little bit, which sometimes people can make the adjustment. But I think that part of that comes with if you're not comfortable with your airmail and you start rolling a lot, now you're like, oh, dude, I can't airmail anymore, you know? And so you go to the roll more often because you think it's safer. But I think you're right. Like I think if Craig goes back to like just pretty much running bags or setting that level 1 blocker and then just ripping airmails. Because Craig could collect like a beast too, dude. I mean, an animal.
Get some confidence back and he'll be fine.
Yeah. Jarrett's throwing really good this year. Best season yet that I've seen Jarrett throw. And could easily... He's like overlooked, right? If you don't know Jarrett, most people don't even know how good he is. Yeah. And Jarrett's a monster.
I want to see Jarrett throw a little bit of a faster bag. Because the things he throws now are slow.
His bags are gloop, son.
World's been slow. And it's in Tulsa. It's going to be hot. It's going to be slow out there.
Especially by day, 5, 6. Whatever you're at in the venue, the more days you're in the venue, the slower the boards get. Yeah. Just because the mouth breathers, right? That's what it is. But yeah, Jarrett and his back, he throws it so hard. Yeah. A ton of spin. And that thing is still crazy slow. Crazy slow.
It kind of, I don't know if it comes in backloaded or nose down. But it's not like flat. It comes in like at an angle.
Yeah, it is at like a unique angle. Yeah. But he whips it, man. And he rolls well. He shoots airmails. I mean, he's got all the shots. The only thing that Jarrett doesn't have is the reverse cut. Right? Like picking a bag up from the opposite side. Like he's great right to left. Left to right can be a little tough. And when you have a bag like that, you really just want to kind of stay skinny. You know, like just stay middle and like you'll help it out. I forgot what I was gonna say now, but I was on. I wanted to kind of transition and see what you thought about ACL pros possibly being allowed to play next year. Have you heard anything about it?
I mean, I don't know too much about it, but I mean, it's pretty cool though. You know what I'm saying?
You think they'll let the top 100 play?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that the top 100. I think they're going to try to protect those players like at all costs. But all the people that paid for Elite this year, more than half of those people aren't doing that again. They're like, dude, I'm not paying $500 to do that. Like they're not, and then you shrunk the field, right? So it's even harder to make pro. So I think we're going to get a lot of spillover from players that are like, dude, I'm trying to make pro at ACL tournaments. Like the tournaments aren't that fun. I'm gonna try the stuff that's closer to me. I think that's what's gonna happen. But Russell said I plan on making a good run as long as I don't run into Jared. He has my number. Isn't it crazy how Cornhole's like? Who do you think has your number? Like, also, Russell, I do think you can make a run when your airmails are on. Russell, literally, maybe the best airmailer in the ACO. I mean, that's a good argument, right?
Yeah,
like Russell could be the best airmailer in the ACO.
Airmails are money.
Yeah. Who do you think has your number, Bryce? Is there somebody that comes to mind like immediately?
Man.
Me? I got your number.
I'm up 32 to like 9.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
My number, I don't know.
Like who do you think every time they play you, like they play their best and you just can't seem to beat them? Is there somebody like that? Parker says it's him.
I don't think so.
So you can't think of anybody that's like that for you?
Probably Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, but Isaac's like that for like what everybody. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jax, what up, brother?
Parker, I put Bell to you. Stick to football. I don't know. Other than that, I don't.
Because Bill will tell you it's me all day, right? Like Bill will tell you like, oh, Dylan, he throws his best game against me. He always does. Blah blah. Like it doesn't matter if it's doubles, blind draw, singles. Like I'm Bill's kryptonite to him. Like I told him, like it's not even like that. You know, like I throw that good all the time. No. Only against me you're hitting these crazy shots. Blah blah blah. And I think that a lot of players have that person that they're like trying to get past.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think who yours is.
The only person I can think of right now is Isaac.
Yeah.
I just don't. Maybe Dustin. At like.
Dustin's got you a couple times.
I haven't really played him at a major. I played him at Russell's and he's beat me. Scotty's beat me the last few times at Russell's. But at the majors, Isaac's like the only one that has like beat me almost like every time.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that beats you a lot though? It was Craig. Remember that?
At
like
the majors?
Yeah. Well, just in general, like even regionals. I remember that. Didn't you get your first like big win against Craig early this season or late last season maybe?
Might have been last season.
Yeah, because I thought that was a thing. Like that Craig was somebody you always like kind of wanted to beat because he's like that guy, and you play him a lot too because of Kirksey and everything else.
Yeah.
But once you get over it, like it's like whatever, you know. Parker said I've never beat Caleb Rogers. Yeah,
Caleb's good.
Yeah, Caleb. Like I said, that's my dark horse pick. I write it down right now. That's my dark horse pick for King of Cornhole. If Caleb's not playing freaking tennis, you know, which I've heard he's a beast at. But yeah, Ricky Singleton saying, but the elite players keep on paying the money. They don't care because they say that they are an elite player. Ricky, and he's talking about the ACL elite players. Yeah. I think that's gonna go away. Like I think those people are starting to figure out like. Nobody cares that I'm elite. Like, cause who cares? Like, nobody cares, right? It's like if you were to if I throw a 7.8, or let's say you don't even know me. Let's say you don't know me at all, Bryce, and I walk up and tell you I'm an ACL elite player. Like, what does that mean to you?
Nothing.
Yeah, it means you know that I paid $500. That's all you know.
To have your jersey say
like,
elite.
Maybe I'm good, but in all reality. If you look at the pro list right now, how many players are elite in the top 100 for the ACL? It's minimal. Yeah. There's not very many in there.
If you're elite and your PPR says 7.2, I don't know.
Well, you're a fool. If you did that, like I don't know what else you're getting for elite. Maybe you're getting enough discounts to make the $500 worth it, and maybe it's really important to you to have the ACL elite jersey. I don't know. But I don't think that a lot of people are going to do that again. This is the first year it's been like that, I believe. Second year?
Second.
Implemented like the end of last year, I think.
Second or third.
Yeah. But this year is a big deal. Everybody's buying. I got it because this year you had to pay elite to make pro.
Yeah.
Last year you could like be advanced, and if you got enough points, you could make pro. This year you had to pay to make pro in the ACL, and that's when it kind of changed people's minds on it, especially mine. Like I was pissed about it. Did Coleman pay $500, Zach? Is that the real deal? Is Coleman elite? No, I think Coleman's advanced.
If he was elite, he wouldn't be allowed to play ACL.
Well, some people still do. Some people are pros.
We should offer Mark Richards $50,000 to come over.
We don't have $50,000 for
Maybe
Mark
not.
Richards, Bryce.
Mark
You
Richards.
make the money. You make the money, and we'll pick up Mark Richards.
Man, I'll text him right now.
You pay half of it, and we'll talk about it.
Half?
Is that a good deal?
Are
Are you gonna play doubles with him? Throwing freaking. You guys have to throw phoenixes.
You
Put it like that, it's different, huh?
better backpack. Just better backpack me. He said, I don't know if he is or not, but his PPR is a 7.2.
Dang, Zach here is roasting somebody that's not even here.
Zach's been in the chat the whole time.
Zach's been feisty tonight, huh?
Yeah.
He's feisty, man.
Zach, just keep practicing, buddy. 67, I don't know about it. But
Yeah.
he be snapping me talking about some, man, I'm ready. Y'all ain't seen the backyard, Zach. He's been saying this since the first major.
Who do you think's better, backyard Zach or sidewalk Bill?
It's the backyard, Zach. Backyard, Zach.
Come on.
Zach can throw 60 in a row in the backyard when it comes to a major and throws the front board. The guy's 6'4", 300 pounds, throwing a front board.
300 pounds is rough.
God, like, man.
You roasting him right now?
No, I'm just
He's
saying.
been
like,
kind of mean in the chat, so I'll let it slide. Backyard Zach is the goat.
Not beside puddles either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that bag wasn't draggable for him. He should have just slid him in. He gets nervous. I know you do, big guy.
Oh, Bryce. All right. No, I think I agree. But sidewalk Bill's he's legit. Everybody's got their spot where they play really well.
Yeah.
They really do. I don't think I have one though. Like I don't really play in my backyard much anymore.
I don't. I'd probably say Dalton is where I play decent at because I won doubles.
Yeah, you do play well
then
there, huh?
singles. That's
Me and Bill are gonna run doubles this year. We're gonna actually play doubles at the majors. You guys better watch out.
I gotta find a partner.
Top Gun 20.
I gotta find a partner.
You'll find a partner. Get somebody. Mark Richards.
$50,000 he'll come.
Is that what he told you?
I doubt it.
No. We seen Dragable in Toledo. Not the same. I mean, that was Zach's drag in Toledo, one of the best. Like, amazing shot to save the game, pretty much win the game. But that wasn't the same as the puddle shot.
No.
No.
The puddle shot was funny.
Yeah.
The drag bag, that's something you should be able to do. So.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good on that. I want to finish it off. I do want to address the Juniors Championship. Bryce has said he doesn't want to talk about it. I commend him for that. Like, to be honest, I thought he'd want to come on here, tell his side. He doesn't want to. He's like, I'm over it, blah, blah, blah. And I really respect you for it. I do. That was your choice. And you're like, nah, I want to leave that alone. Let's talk about something else. And I'm like, all right, we've always got something to freaking talk about. But I want to say something because I was unable to, and not because I was unable to defend myself, because I don't really mean to. Like, I really didn't. I said I was disappointed in somebody. I don't think that's my opinion. And so I did. I received a couple of calls and texts that used the words like the cheering. Well, if you guys don't know the situation, Bryce played a junior championship in Branson against Spencer. Spencer Garner had a big cheering section. His family was there. His friends were there that he's known for a long time. Bryce didn't have equal support, which isn't a big deal. Like, this happens all the time. It's like that. Like, it's not something uncommon to have, especially if you're somewhere where there's a lot of players that are from your area. They're going to, in Clarksville, you would have a huge section. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe Spencer wouldn't have a section like that. So I received some texts and calls. Like I said, I saw what Bryce said, something about the yelling was too much and understandable, and that's part of the game. And I agree with anybody that said cheering is 100%. I'm for it. I'm completely for it. I'm for even a little bit of heckling and stuff like that. Me and Bill have talked about it multiple times. The text and the calls that I received from a couple different people were that it was disrespectful, that they felt bad for you. That's what was told to me. They felt bad for you during the game. They felt bad for you, and that it was almost like it felt like you were being bullied. This is what people told me, folks. Okay, people, and so when that comes to me, people don't make that stuff up, right? And that's my thing. Like, I've never even heard of somebody being like, I really felt bad for, because Bryce kind of brings it on himself. And we had this conversation the day after all this kind of happened, and we talked about the tablet situation, which we can get to. But we told Bryce, like, your attitude has brought a little of this upon you because Bryce hasn't always had the best attitude winning and losing. Yeah. So people are going to do their best to get in his head to win or to help the player they're rooting for. And honestly, that's fair game. It just depends on what you're saying and how you're doing it. And like I said, if I'm receiving texts and calls saying it was disrespect from third parties, not people that I'm friends with, not people that are huge Bryce supporters, just innocent bystanders telling me that, there has to be some sort of truth to it, right? And that's when I sent a text to Whitney Garner. I sent the text to Whitney Garner because she is a ACO official, and because I saw her in the video, and because I know her personally and I've had personal conversations with her. I told her I was disappointed in what I heard of her actions and antics, along with a couple other people. I told her that they are children, and that I think that she and those people owe Bryce an apology. That is the text that I sent. She responded with, pretty much, I can't believe you're accusing me of this without asking my side of the story, which is valid. I didn't ask anybody's side of the story. I immediately went to, I'm disappointed in you. This is what I've heard. I think you should apologize. That is how I addressed it. That is 100% true. She responded with, you shouldn't accuse before asking questions from the other side. I agree with that. And then she told me something like, this is how small-minded people talk. They just accuse and don't do the research talking about me. And then she said, what did she say? She said, but I don't have time for your BS, and then blocked me. So that was the entire interaction, okay? And then I received messages from some people in her family, and one other person that is on that side of the story. I had great conversations with 2 out of 3 of those people about my thoughts on it. There, we went back and forth. It was fine. There was no animosity. They kind of understood where I was coming from. I understood where they were coming from. Parted ways pretty good. Another message I received was from a child, and I'm not going, it was kind of rude the way they came about me. They cussed a little bit. So I just said a good play and good luck. Like, it works. That's all I said, because I'm not going to have a conversation with a child in Facebook Messenger. But I just wanted to clear that up. And then there was the incident at the very end of the match. Bryce loses. He then types in the score, slams the tablet down. It was inappropriate. We had a full conversation about this here in the garage 2 days later. Myself, Bill, Bryce, we talked about it. We told him it was inappropriate. We can't do those things. You know what I mean? That is what was said. Yep. Good. Jacob put my exact text in here. I'll read it out loud. Actually, can I read the whole thing up here? Extremely disappointed when I'm hearing about your actions in the juniors finals this weekend. Heard from 3 people, none of which are Bryce, about the antics that went on from yourself and the Mitchells. They are children. Remember, if someone was doing that, what you all did to your son, you would not be pleased. Hope you all can find it in your hearts to apologize to Bryce. It's the least you could do after taking away his chance at maxing out in juniors using malicious intent. Bingo. That's exactly what I said. I mean, I do not have a problem with anything that I said. No issues with it. I can take full accountability for everything that I said. I wanted to have a conversation with Whitney about it. I got blocked. And then I got sent a 16-paragraph post that referenced me that I wasn't even able to view. I saw people were tagging me in something. I couldn't even view it. Not that I needed to go in there and defend myself, because I likely wouldn't have, or I would have put screenshots of my own messages in there, because I didn't say anything rude to anybody. I said I was disappointed. I still feel that I'm disappointed. I still stand behind what I said. Bryce, back to where we were. Thank you, Jacob, for putting that in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jacob says there was no malicious intent. You said it yourself. Cheering goes on with every player. What I'm saying is the malicious intent is was insinuated by third party people that were there. They said it was disrespectful. They said it looked like bullying. They said they felt bad for Bryce. At that point, those things describe malicious intent. That is what I'm saying, and that is why I used the verbiage malicious intent. Because I believe at that point it is malicious intent. Watching the live video, unfortunately, it was from the opposite side of where the people were sitting, so you can't hear what was said. Because another thing that was told to me was it seemed like one person was cheering as you threw on multiple occasions. I don't know if that's true or not. If you watch the video, there are a couple instances where it does seem like that. There are more instances where one cheering person is very close to where Bryce is throwing. So if that person's even talking, Bryce can hear it while he throws, which it's up to Bryce to put in headphones, stuff like that. Completely agree. But that's why I used the words that I did. And I still believe them because I don't think that multiple people are making this up. These kind of matches happen all the time. Cheering has happened way worse than this. You know, in Toledo, you had, what was that, like Jeremiah and those guys when Braden and Zach were playing. Yeah. You could have called that malicious intent. I still didn't receive any calls about that, you know? And so for people to call me and say this stuff, that's what issued my thoughts to send a message to somebody that's an ACO official, that is a staff member, and that was there.
We should have been on center court regardless.
I agree with that.
Even with no live feed or camera, it should have been it should be played up there at all times.
Right, and because that takes away when people get to center court, they feel like there's more responsibility there. Like you're being watched, even if it's not live, even if there's not a big crowd. You're put into a space that's a championship space, you know. And I do agree. They said that the live cameras weren't working, and so that's why they didn't play the juniors match there. They played it on a side court. I disagree with doing that ever. Not because of what happened at all. I just think it's disrespectful to the championship players to put them on a side court. Like, regardless of this situation, games should be played on a separate court. For even if that's like your court, maybe you don't have a live feed. Whatever your court number 1 is that has at least one side fully open to it, at least play it there, and then take boards maybe 2 or 3 out of the way so you have a section that makes this game and these players feel appreciated. Like that's my big thing with that. What's Jacob's? During that last moment of the game, Whitney never even moved. Jacob, I'm not referring to Whitney, but I agree with you. I saw it. Bryce slammed the tablet. The tablet fell, which I know you didn't want it to fall. You wanted to place it hard. You were upset. That's it. Then fell, which is a problem. We agree. Everybody can agree. That's not good. Okay. That's when something was supposedly said, right? That one person's claiming they didn't say. You're claiming they said it. It will never get solved. Okay. For Bryce to make that up makes no sense to me, especially with the word being something so weird as whoopsies. It just. If he was going to make something up, he should have made up that she said something really mean to him. You know, if he's trying to paint a bad picture or something. So that's just my thought on it. I don't want to drive that into the ground because there's nothing to prove that.
Yeah, this will never be solved.
Right. Which is fine, right? Like that's okay. Like the huge post with everybody cheering on Spencer. Good job, Spencer. Like none of this even has to do anything with Spencer.
I even texted Spencer. I told him he did what he had to do. He got the job done. It is what it is. But you got both sides of the story. It's not going to be solved. I done dropped it, so I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Everybody they'll have their own opinions on what happened. It don't bother me.
Yeah, and that's great. And I don't think it bothers Spencer either. I think he got a little more involved than he really wanted to. Like he was trying to have some fun with it maybe. On Facebook, I saw some of his stuff. Yeah, and it's like, it's okay. Like, you're a kid, I get it, you know? And that's why, like, I'm not coming out there bashing anybody's kid, you know? I don't think anybody's to blame for anything. Bryce has won 3 juniors championships, a singles championship, 2 doubles championships, multiple quads championships. Bryce isn't losing sleep over the juniors championship. that, like I said, the game itself has nothing to do with it. It's just I guess the moral story is try to be respectful, and that goes on both sides. I believe, this is a personal thought, that most likely the crowd was disrespectful in some manner. I also believe that Bryce was disrespectful to the equipment at the end of the game. That's it. I don't have anything on it. I'm good, like I said, and I've given people like Jacob my number to call me. I don't mind having these conversations. I don't. I think it's good for people to have controversial conversations. I tell Bill this all the time, and Bill's not always stoked with me being as outspoken as I am or sending the message. And I understand his viewpoint on it. He's like, hey, this is bad for the company. This could make us look in bad light. And I understand that. I sometimes I believe there's a due diligence of if people are calling you about my sponsored players, I felt the need to just say something. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I shouldn't have. But that's where that lies. I think that's it for that. Games need to be on center court. The live feeds hopefully next year will improve. We hope to go to 6 to 8 majors again, so you guys can guarantee that we'll be there.
8, you need to go to like 16.
I do. We ain't going in at 16. We ain't got time off like that, bro. Because we have regular jobs.
I got a regular job.
You do have regular. Well, yeah, part time, but it counts. It counts. Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great podcast. Got some singles rankings in there. We're going to do top 10s for Worlds. Bryce is going to be practicing. We're going to hit up some BYOPs this summer. I don't know. Like I said, some people can be fired up. Russell said, I still say after making pro, the following season should not be allowed in juniors. I don't know. That's something, maybe. I don't mind that. I don't know. What do we think about
that? I mean, I don't know where he's going with this. Like, what does he mean by?
Like, if you're a pro, you don't play in juniors, essentially.
Yeah, I'd been done like 2-3 years ago. I made pro at Worlds.
Yeah.
Top 40.
But would that be upsetting to you to not be able to play junior? Like, so you got to think none of you guys would be able to play.
No. It gives other people a chance to win than our younger kids.
The only problem is you kind of will have some runaways in there, right? You'll have like your Lonnie Camposes, you'll have like your Carson Morrises, you'll have even Jacks, right? Like, so, but I do think that might be a good way to do that.
I think it's good that the good younger kids just like get to play against each other, get practice.
Right. And that is the thing, like Rick saying, or seniors. But seniors and women's is a little different because you're not children, right? You're not like, these people are trying to get into the game and for the most part with juniors. So I actually like that idea, Russell. As a state ambassador, hopefully you guys are having those kind of conversations like with the ACO. And because I think that's something that a lot of people would get on board with, including the juniors that are pros. I don't think you guys would have that much of a problem with it. All right, guys. That'll do it for the CBC Down and Back podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is CBC, Faith, Family, Four Baggers. Out.